Well, good afternoon, everybody. Had to clear my head a little bit here and gather myself, and wanted to jump on here and let y'all know that I just come down here and pretty well prayed for everybody, and this is my little quiet spot where I can get a little bit of thought with no distraction or dogs barking or people asking me questions, or I even let my phone ding a couple times, made a couple videos, little snippet chats for this gal that I feel like she needs to be a little bit more relevant. You know what I mean? Like, all these people go out there and they'll get their kennel partners, right? Well, I get it, but I sure know that you can put faith in people, male or female, and be let down. I just know that females tend to not let me down as much, especially if it's just someone that you talk to or you're friends with or whatever. You know what I mean? It's that whole commitment thing that really, really changes up the way people be. But anyhow, this message does have a purpose. I wanted to jump on here and say a couple things. One of them is, man, God bless Southern Triple J and what he does, man. He's right on time, and he knows a lot based on his experience and in life in general, and the dogs and the people he knows. You guys really need to watch who you follow and watch who you idolize. And obviously I'm saying this because I'm sure there's a few people that follow me, but mostly my kids, And this is a channel that's kind of dedicated to my family and my dogs and their friends and pretty much everything that I do. So you know what I mean? This is where I put a lot of my thought and a lot of my goals, aspirations, and questions. And I was talking to a couple people today, and it was brought to my attention that this fella that had some words with me over a lady, and this person apparently was non-existent until about 5 years ago, and then they came in and started doing breedings and all this stuff, and not really doing much good for the breed, it sounds like. But you know what I mean? Then it took me, being a man, to get this guy to act like a fool and show himself. So just keep your head, stay calm, and you know what I mean? Obviously, I have been through, some crazy shit in the last year, and moving and here and there, and fucking trouble with cops down in Tennessee, and I still got a case up here for a DUI, you know what I mean? But that is me. My dogs, I kind of put them in a higher standard than even myself at times, obviously, because I'll feed them and go hungry and make sure that they're fed and I'm not, kind of thing. But if you're not willing to put in the time and the dedication that it takes to keep these dogs, you probably shouldn't, you know what I mean? And I'm saying that here because I got to go make a dog house, and I'm clearing my head because I got a lot of stuff going on in my life and a lot of people that I'm trying to help see things for what they really are. But at this point I'm starting to wonder if somebody showed up at your house due to the care of your animals, and you really do care for these animals, you know, the first thing that you should be doing, obviously, is if they remove the animals from your property before court, you should probably go and check out their facility, see how your dogs are being cared for. You know, like I said, when I was down in Tennessee and got into a little pinch, there were 4 dogs in my vehicle, and you know what I mean, it was 3 generations a difference in them. So I really was concerned about my dog, and I went there, and they didn't actually even care enough to let him see a vet. When I went there a couple days after he was, you know, taken, I had to bond out of jail, go get my truck, you know, do all this shit just to get around to getting my dogs. But that was the first focus, you know, when I got out, was my dogs, obviously. So when I went back in there to court, I said, Your Honor, they haven't even taken my dog to see a vet. They're supposedly concerned about my dog. Why has he not seen a vet? Why does he look worse now than he did when you guys taken him from me? And they basically said that I was right, and that I had a right to be concerned about my dog, and they allowed me to go and get my dog. So that should be the first thing that anybody does if they have issues with that. And again, I feel like people should, you know, obviously, if they get into trouble with something like that, they shouldn't be trying to kick the can and pass blame and whatever else not. They should take their, you know, man up, be about it, do what you got to do to fix yourself. And obviously the other route's going to be, you know, detrimental to your health. So anyhow, I'm jumping off here, walking back up the hill, going to build a doghouse. Stay tuned. Oh, forgot. Yeah, with all that stuff in mind, the reason that I was kind of making this video first off was because somebody else had gotten into trouble and their dog's taken, and now sending messages, weird messages to people, and you know what I mean. It's really just self-explanatory, I guess. But I think that everybody should know about it. So if y'all follow me on the Facebook, I already done made a post on there. And if anybody has any questions about who this individual is, just hit me up, you know. Because I've been getting all kinds of crazy shit from, you know, blowback from all this shit. And basically this fella showed his fucking foolery, and when people called him out on it, he just lost it. And, you know, lost everything that he supposedly was caring for with the breed and this and that. And now you've got people that are, you know, at risk due to knowing this person. So you just got to kind of watch what you do and who you move around. Stay tuned, folks.